Guys, it's JJ Cubing, and today I'm going to be showing you my entire cube collection. So I'm going to be starting with 3x3s because both my 2x2s broke. The first one was like a ShengShou V2, I think. It was really bad. I tried to tension it, and then it just popped, and one of the pieces broke. So I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna pay for another one of these because it was really bad. And then I got a Weipo, which just recently broke. I think it was like around Christmas time. One of my friends broke it on accident. Like, I don't know how he broke it. He just told me it was broken. But those are my 2x2s that are both broken. So let's get into 3x3s. First 3x3 is this ShengShou one. I think it's like I don't know what version it is. It's really bad though. It pops a lot. Yeah, like and it locks up a lot. So I don't use it anymore because I got a lot better cubes. But this is my first 3x3 that I got, and this is V3 V2. I'm not sure. Next up is my GAN 356 Air UM. It's no longer my main. It was for my first competition, but then I just kind of got bored with it, and I didn't like the feel of it, so I switched over to it. But I got this one for my birthday, along with, I think, like 2 other cubes, but I don't remember. This one, this year, sometime in September, maybe August, because my birthday's in September, so. Current main, the Moyu Weilong GTS2M. I really like this cube. It's what I chose. I got it before my GAN, but I switched to my GAN for my first competition, and then I like the feel of this one more, so I started using this one, and I've gotten my single record, which is 21 seconds. It's not that good, and I also used this for, I think, the second part of my first competition. Or no, I didn't, because I only did 1 round of 3x3. But I started using it after, like almost immediately after, when I was driving back. I switched to it. I switched to this because it was a lot better. And I think I got it. I think I unboxed. Yeah, I have a video of unboxing it on my channel. Next up, we have my 4x4. This is my first 4x4 and my only 4x4. It's really bad. It's popped twice. But since I've learned how to put it back together and stuff, because it's not that hard, it's a ShengShou. I think it's like V3, maybe V4, but it's really bad. And I got it with my first 2x2, my first 3x3, my first 4x4, which that is my first 4x4, and then my first 5x5, and it also came with like a mirror blocks or something. But yeah, this is my first 4x4. My first 5x5 and my only 5x5. I was super like antsy to make this video, even though it's coming out super late. Probably, I don't know if it'll come out today, but this is my first 5x5. I'd never timed myself with the 5x5 before, but I think I can get like around 5 minutes. I'm not very good at 5x5. I really don't practice it. I don't practice big cubes a lot other than 4x4 because I'm just super slow and they're time consuming, even though I should practice them slow. I'm not slow at them, but I just do because I'm lazy. So next up is my 7x7. This is my biggest N/N cube that I have. I got it also for my birthday along with the GAN because my dad got it for me. I think I've solved this maybe 3 or 4 times. I don't like mixing it up that much because it takes me a while. I think I can solve it in maybe half an hour, but that's a reason I don't practice it, because sitting down for half an hour with a cube isn't that fun, I guess. But I really like it. It's ShengShou. I don't know if it's I think it might be the ShengShou Mini. Maybe it's just regular size ShengShou. Next up, I'm going to be doing just like the side puzzles, I guess you could call them. I guess they're not really side puzzles, but not the cubic shaped ones, other than, I guess, the 2 that I'm about to show you. So the first one is the Skube. This is my X-Man Weenie Skube. I really like this Skube. It got me sub 10 at the last competition I went to. I can't remember it for the life of me, but it's a really good Scube. Honestly, it like turns fast unless you get like sand or something in it. I got sand in it a couple weeks ago on accident, but it kind of just fell out and stuff after a while. But I think my top time is, maybe it's the 8 seconds, but I think I might have gotten like a 6 second sometime when I was just randomly timing myself. But yeah, that's my Scube. Up is my square one, which I have forgotten how to solve, so yeah, it's kind of unsolved and scrambled and everything. But I actually really like square one. I unboxed this along with my Scube maybe a couple months ago. I don't know how long ago. But since it's become one of my favorite events, like when I learned how to solve it, I learned how to solve parity fairly quickly. It only took me like maybe an hour, but since I've forgotten along with how to solve the entire thing, so that really doesn't matter. But yeah, I just really like this event most out of all of them, just because of how fun it is, and like it's a weird event, and that's all I can say. Next up, I'm gonna be doing the 2 Pyraminx puzzles that I have. First up is this. I think it's by Dream Park. It's got ball bearings inside of it, which I thought were magnets when I first got it, but no, they're not. It's the first cube that the first Pyraminx that I ever got. I bought it along with all my other first cubes that I've already mentioned. And it was my main until I got OU Magnetic Pyraminx. It's a really good Pyraminx, I think. It's a really fast, and it kind of shifts weird when I'm turning it sometimes. But other than that, I just really like it. Opposed from this one, this one's really slow and not very like well made. I think probably because it's one of those more knockoff brands, like I don't know, like it's this one, not that one, not my Dream Park one is like a knockoff brand or something. So it's not as good. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit more sluggish. But this one is definitely really good. And if you do have, like, I don't know how much it costs, $12, I would definitely recommend getting it. Unless you, I don't know, just get it. We have my #1 favorite event. I can't believe that this wasn't an event sooner. Clock. Clock. Okay, so at my first competition, I did clock, and I got 2 DNFs. So my clock's all messed up for some reason when I got it. See how like that's solved right there, but it's not directly facing up. So when I solve it, I sometimes don't know if I solve it. So when I was at my competition, the first solve that I did, it was all like mixed up and stuff like that, and then I set it down because I didn't know that you couldn't set it down. So I got a DNF for that. And then the second time, just all the little clocks, like sometimes they look on but they're off, so that's what messed me up. But yeah, clocks, not my favorite event ever, is all I'll say. Next up is, like, not being sarcastic this time, one of my favorite events. It's Megaminx. So this first one is a ShengShou Megaminx. I don't know what it is. It's not the Pearl. That's all I know. It's my first Megaminx that I got along with the cubes that I've mentioned before, like the 3x3, the 2x2, my first ones. It came in the same bundle, if I forgot to mention that. It came in the same bundle as those. So it took me maybe a couple weeks, maybe a month, to learn how to solve Megaminx. When I was looking up tutorials, none of them really worked very well for me, and I was kind of getting frustrated, like super frustrated. But then one day I just sat myself down and just all day tried to learn how to do Megaminx, and then I got to the last layer, and we were watching, I don't know what we were watching on TV, but I kept having to like pause the video so I'd go back to it. But I finally solved the Megaminx, and I was like super excited. I was freaking out. But that was my first time solving the Megaminx, and I was super excited. But yeah, this is my first Megaminx. ShengShou, probably along with the other ones, like a V3, just like the small cubes, not the Minx. My current main, it's X-Men Galaxy sculpted version. So I got this one. My mom actually bought me this one off Amazon, and so I got it right before my first competition, like just a couple days before we had to leave. So I was like practicing a lot with it, and I finally got used to it, and I got my first sub 3. I think it was a sub 4 maybe. I don't remember my time. It was either a sub 3 or a sub 4. But I was actually super excited for that because it was my first solve of the day, and I didn't know how fast I was at Megaminx. Like, I thought I was 10 minutes or something. But then I kept practicing and stuff, so that probably got my times down a lot. But I didn't make cutoff still, which it was pretty bad. I was like pretty mad about that. But you know, I'm not fast at anything, so I'm not worried about making cutoff. I just like to go to them. Next, I'm gonna be doing these like weird puzzles, like not WCA ones, like just random ones. I have 3 of them, I think, unless I have more just hiding somewhere. So the first one is the aforementioned mirror blocks or mirror cube in gold. It's a Shengshao one that I got with all the other cubes that I got as before, like the Megaminx and the 3x3 and stuff. And I used to like to solve it, but now it just kind of sits on my bed. Or like sits in the bag or sits wherever I put it because I don't find it that interesting to solve it anymore. Like the first time I solved it, I was super excited because like then I had all my cubes. After that I learned how to solve all my cubes other than the 5x5, but that was but I just did what I learned with 3x3. And I mean not 3x3, 4x4, and figured out how to do that. But yeah, this is definitely not my favorite puzzle. I like it more than clock, I guess, but I don't use it more than clock. I just practice clock in case I need to ever do clock someday. So this is, I think they call it the tube cube. I don't know what it's called. At school, one of my friends gave it to me if I could solve it. As you can see, it's no longer solved, but he said if I could solve it, then I could have it. So I solved it, and then he gave it to me, and that's how I got the tube cube. This cube, I honestly can't solve. I've solved it like twice. The first time, barely mixed it up. The second time, I don't know what I did. I just got super lucky. But so, what happens so you can like split it apart, and it's the gear shift. You can like split it apart and do turns like that with it and stuff. But sometimes when I do, I'll like one little tiny piece will stick out or something. Like, I'll show you. Kind of like this, but one piece will stick out. Sometimes 2 pieces stick out. I never know. I don't like this cube very much. I tried to sell it at the last competition I went to, but nobody really wanted it because I don't know. It's not my favorite cube. I like it more than my mirror blocks and clock and stuff. I just never like, if I see it, I'm never like, hey, I'm gonna solve that cube. I'm more like, oh, there's my gear shift, so yeah, that's all I have to say about the gear shift. My entire cube collection as of 2018. Thanks for watching. Bye.